A major online platform based in Vancouver is apparently shopping around for a potential sale. Hayley Woodin with Business in Vancouver is joining us now with more. And Hayley, of course, we're talking about Hootsuite. What are you learning?
That's right. Reuters is reporting that they're looking at a potential sale, and this deal could potentially value Hootsuite at $750 million. So it would be a big win for a local tech company that turned 10 this year. But it's interesting to sort of consider who may be buying this company. And what tends to happen, we've seen it in the Vancouver market before, it's an American company that comes in and buys a local success story. On the surface, a very good news story, a success story for a local company. But when you look at it a little bit deeper, what tends to happen is you see leadership maybe become American over a couple of years. You tend to see opportunities head south of the border as opposed to staying within the Vancouver region. You essentially kind of end up with what was a Canadian company and may still technically be a Canadian company becoming really an American one, which tends to be a bit of a loss for our ecosystem, especially since we're trying to retain Canadian companies and build Canadian companies here in Vancouver.
Yeah, for sure. It would be a loss here in Vancouver, if especially if we see headquarters possibly moved. Do you know if that could potentially happen?
Potentially it could. I think it would be very surprising to see any kind of Hootsuite presence disappear entirely from Vancouver. Again, it really depends on the nature of the acquisition, and we're still waiting on details for that.
Sounds good. All right, another story we're following today. An iconic American toy brand could be making its way into the Canadian market. Tell us more about that.
That's right. FAO Schwarz is coming to Canada. Many people may recognize the name, or they may recognize their iconic New York store from the movie Big, and that's where the actor Tom Hanks jumped on this massive floor piano playing chopsticks and heart and soul. A pretty nice location in New York that actually closed more than 3 years ago, but the company announced this week they'll be reopening it. They've faced some financial struggles, and along with that news comes the news that they'll be moving into Canada for the holiday season. They'll have pop-up locations at all Hudson's Bay locations across the country. They'll range in 300 to 1,100 square feet in size, and they will be selling some of the FAO Schwarz iconic products. So that includes oversized plush animals, classic toy train sets. They won't have the actual floor piano that was popularized by that movie, but they are going to be selling toy playmat sized ones. So an adult couldn't play chopsticks, but a kid certainly would be able to.
Hey, maybe we can still get in on the fun.
There
Hayley,
you go.
thanks so much.